Pat Doughty's path to one of the most recognizable voices in Charlotte started with a dose of reality from his high school head coach.
Yeah, he wasn't good enough to play varsity basketball at Pocomoke High School on Maryland's Eastern Shore, but his coach said he could hang around and keep stats, and since he liked to talk so much, he could try his hand at the PA mic as well. In that moment, Big Pat was born.
Why don't you do the starting lineups? He said the principal does a lousy job. I gave everybody a nickname. I tried to get the crowd into it. And give a growl and a roar and yell a few names through the roof.
Since the NBA's return to Charlotte in 2004, Pat Doughty, or Big Pat as everyone in the arena knows him, has been tasked with providing a little juice into every Hornets home game.
I always was fascinated by the guy in the background. Or I would watch like the Grammy Awards and hear somebody say, up next on the 64th annual Grammys, Michael Jackson, Michael Bolton, and a star performance from, Tina Turner. That was my thing. I was like, oh, that's incredible.
That voice, it's just perfect, and it's been reverberating around Spectrum Center for 14 years.
This has become my city. I love Charlotte. I love the Carolinas.
And Charlotte has embraced Big Pat.
I always knew I had a good connection with the fans, actually a great connection with the fans. And when I was able to, and when I was up walking around and doing some things, I would actually go up to the concourse all the time and, hang out and give hugs and take pictures, and just a lot of fun.
It was a long shot that brought him to Charlotte in the first place. He wasn't one of the 500-plus candidates invited for open tryouts before the Bobcats' inaugural season.
What I did was put a voicemail of begging in about 10 different voicemail boxes. And 2 days later, I got a call, and they said, listen, Mr. Doughty, come on down. We're going to let you audition, but we're not going to give you per diem, so you're not going to have money to eat with. We're not going to give you a hotel room. Oh, you need to be here tomorrow by 6 o'clock.
His godparents rented a car for him. Pat drove down from Maryland, nailed the audition, but that night he had to choose money for gas to get home or money for a hotel to spend the night.
So what I did was slept in the parking lot of a hotel. A nice officer knocked on the window and told me it was illegal. But I told him what I was there for. He kind of looked around, I'll never forget him, and said, why don't you park there under the light?
That's the effect Pat has on people. They trust him. They listen to him. It's something about his voice. But there are times when it takes an absence to notice a presence. Big Pat has been dealing with health problems. He has extreme neuropathy, which has confined him to a wheelchair. He goes to dialysis 3 times a week. He doesn't have diabetes, but neuropathy is a diabetic illness. When his condition worsened this summer, he was forced to miss the first month of the regular season.
That was tough, man. That was one of the toughest things I ever went through. I couldn't watch it on television. I had to hear about it the next day, watch highlights from, Sports Center or whatever. And so it was tough, man, because it's all I've known for the last 14 years.
When Pat returned, Spectrum Center was better for it. Players say they feed off the energy he gives the crowd. Pat says it's a reciprocal agreement.
They're my energy. Yeah, a few defenses and a few, Kembas, Kemba! Maybe they get excited a little bit, but yeah, with everything that they give me, yeah, then I give it back to them.
The wheelchair doesn't slow Pat down on game day. He meets fans, gives away a pair of tickets every night, and maintains a positive attitude through it all.
I don't really cry about my health a whole lot because it could always be so much worse. Sure, I want to get well, I want to do, but what is really well? I mean, hey man, I'm just very blessed, very fortunate.